Hello 583 students. I wanted to take a couple minutes to explain Module 1 to you and give you a sense for your activities for the module. So if you click on Modules, you'll see the important course materials at the top, Module 1 Introduction. So for every module that I create in Canvas, you'll see a read first document, which is basically the task list of everything. So this is like things I would, I would normally in a face-to-face setting talk about. Here's what we're going to be doing this week, and give all the details. This allows me to also link in there to the specific assignments themselves, to where you turn them in, whatever the case may be. The best practices in online learning. Course design also say build in redundancies for students, so I have also put those links here. And of course, you can always access your files to read in the files folder. You can access your discussion boards through discussions. You can access your assignments through assignments, etc. But hopefully this organization is helpful for you. So I would always start with the module overview, and that's what I'll talk through today. So this is an introduction to the class, of course, to me, to each other, to the idea of global citizenship. So that's kind of one of the big picture ideas that we're going to frame our work with today in this semester, and help us focus in again on the current state of U.S. education. We're actually reading a couple chapters from a book by Linda Darling Hammond, that are a couple years old, but I don't think things have changed that dramatically in U.S. education system. And Linda Darling Hammond, for those of you, many of you who already know this, is really seen as one of those really key influential people in understanding of U.S. education today, especially in regards to justice and equity and issues of achievement, etc. So you'll see here, I've organized this module. Everything's due on the 29th of January by the end of the day. Friday, which means you can expect your other next module to open up on Saturday. As we get further into the semester, modules will open up sooner than waiting till the one module closes. Just don't want to overwhelm you too much at the beginning. So you have three kind of sets of activities. There's those introduction activities, which are really basic, post your introduction. I give you some guidelines for that. I want you to specifically use Adobe Spark, which is a tool that you haven't used before, is available to you as a UNCW student. So you can see my Adobe Spark introduction, see a screen capture that I created last year for how to use Adobe Spark, and then you post your link in the Global Intro discussion board. Read the syllabus and course calendar, which are in the important course materials. Go to watch the screen capture overviews of things to make sure you don't have any questions. And go ahead and please make sure you order your books, because about a week and a half from now, 2 weeks maybe, we will be starting to utilize the textbook, the Monday textbook. So activity set 1 is global citizens. Read these articles. There's 5 of them. They're very short. They're practitioner articles, or they're in newspapers. So it's basically getting a sense of an idea about what global citizenship is and what some of these ideas are as to whether or not we need global citizens in U.S. Education. And then setting the scene with U.S. education. So I have a survey link there for you, which gives me a sense of you and your experiences internationally, and what you see is some things that we're doing in education globally oriented today. As I said, the 2 chapters in the Darling Hammond book, which is available as a PDF by clicking there. And then based on your review of that, I give you some kind of guiding questions to think about as you're reading, and then post a 5-paragraph or 5-minute audio video or other multimedia response. Somebody's done an infographic, other people have created a little presentation, somebody used an Adobe Spark page, something else is fine as well. You don't have to always do text or record yourself talking. And then again, if you have any questions, you can always post an ask your question form. So you'll see that kind of that overview of everything with the links built in there. And then of course, back in the module, you'll see there's the link for where you post your global intro. Here are the articles for global citizenships. Here's where you respond to that. Here's your activity set 2, your articles for the Darling Hammond, and where you respond to that, and the link to the intro survey. So everything's there for you in multiple places. I hope that helps. If you have any questions about Module 1, please don't hesitate to let me know, and I look forward to getting to know you better in this module.